Bucharest, 26 May 2016. The delegates of the member countries of the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, IHRA, agreed on adopting the non-legally binding working definition of anti-Semitism. While drafting this document, the IHRA and its delegates hoped it to be a useful tool to combat anti-Semitism. But who would have known at that time it turned out to have such a great impact? The working definition of anti-Semitism mainly contributed to broaden the discussions about all the various forms of anti-Semitism. At the same time, it led to vital debates around how we can identify and, most importantly, combat anti-Semitism. Notwithstanding all the important achievements the working definition implied, we know that anti-Semitism still exists today, and even more than ever. Even worse, anti-Semitism has arrived in the mainstream of our societies. Anti-Semitism goes hand in hand with hate and racism and should not have any place in our societies. It affects us all, and it requires every single one of us to combat it. 11 examples are given to explain the IHRA working definition of anti-Semitism. To those who claim these examples stifle the debate on how to fight anti-Semitism, I clearly say, no, it doesn't. Actually, it does the opposite. While people discuss and question these examples, they are giving them attention and deep thoughts, which hopefully will lead to understand the numerous and various shapes of anti-Semitism. Public awareness of this problem clearly has a long way to go. The IHRA working definition of anti-Semitism has the power to serve as a useful educational tool in this regard and can provide an essential mutual starting point for further discussions, as well as for action. With the agreement of 34 IHRA member countries to the non-legally binding working definition of anti-Semitism, they made an unequivocal and powerful statement. Most IHRA member countries reinforced their commitment to the working definition by adopting it at national, regional, or even local level through government or parliamentary resolutions or city council motions. Also, civil society identifies itself with the definition. In order to create broad public awareness, especially social media platforms, both big and small, have to acknowledge their responsibility, just like traditional media. Especially now, we must ensure that the fight against anti-Semitism and the education efforts can weather the storm of the pandemic, so that our democratic societies can emerge from this challenging time intact. With this in mind, I want to thank the Combat Anti-Semitism Movement, CAM, for organizing this virtual meeting. Together we are strong, and together we declare to fight anti-Semitism wherever it occurs.